I was sitting across from my parents at dinner when I finally said it out loud. If they wanted me to be my sister's sole guardian, they'd have to give me their entire estate. The words hung in the air, like a knife no one wanted to touch. My dad froze, his fork halfway to his mouth. My mom blinked rapidly, as if she could make the sentence disappear if she just didn't process it. The clink of silverware around us in the restaurant felt 100 miles away. This wasn't impulsive. It wasn't petty. I'd been told my entire life that if anything happened to my parents, I would be the one responsible for my sister. She's 33, she has disabilities, and she lives in a group home where the government covers most of the cost, but not all. My parents have always done everything they could to make sure she had the best care possible. And I've always known, in this quiet, unspoken way, that one day it would all fall to me. I'm 23, the youngest of 3. I have 2 older brothers, both married, both comfortably settled into their careers. They have houses, families, and the kind of stability people my age only dream about. Me? I've built my life so I can work from anywhere in the world. I want to travel. I want to see things, experience things, before I'm locked into a single place. I've never imagined a future where my entire life revolves around one responsibility I never chose. And yet, that's exactly the future my parents keep planning for me. They'd brought it up again over the weekend when we visited my sister. They were both in decent health, but recent health scares had rattled them. I could see the fear in their eyes, the urgency to lock down the plan. And once again, they told me, "When we're gone, you'll be her guardian." I'd had enough time to think about it, and I didn't come to that dinner to just say no. I came with 3 options. The first, make all 3 of us, me and my brothers, her guardians, so we could split the duties equally. The second, leave their entire estate to my sister in a trust that would oversee her care, ensuring the money was used exactly where it was needed. The third, leave everything to me, minus the sentimental items my brothers and the rest of the family would want, with the understanding that I would take on full guardianship, full responsibility for the rest of her life. That was it. Those were my terms. It's not like they're wealthy. Most of what they'd leave would be the house and some insurance policies they'd taken out when they realized how expensive long-term care for my sister would be. But if I was going to give up my freedom, my mobility, my own future plans, I wanted the resources to do it right. The response was instant. My dad's jaw tightened. My mom's eyes welled up. They told me I was trying to shirk my responsibility as a sister, that I was greedy for even suggesting the estate go entirely to me. And that's when I gave them the 4th option. Cut me out entirely. Leave everything to my sister or to my brothers. But that would mean I was completely free of guardianship. No legal responsibility, no financial obligation, no hidden expectation. That suggestion was the one they hated most. By the time we left the restaurant, my mom was crying openly. My dad was furious. It didn't end there. Both of my brothers called me afterward. They said I blindsided our parents, that I'd been cruel, that I was being greedy by trying to keep them from inheriting anything when our parents pass. I reminded them that I'd offered them the same deal, 100% of the estate in exchange for 100% of the responsibility. I told them I would happily sign everything over to them. Neither one of them said yes. Neither one of them even hesitated before refusing. And that told me everything I needed to know. They wanted me to do the work. They wanted their share of the inheritance, with none of the lifelong burden that came with it. Because I'm the youngest. Because I'm the daughter. Because somewhere along the way, the idea that my life was less settled became permission to take it from me entirely. I sat with that realization, and it burned. Not just because it was unfair, but because I had been raised to believe it was inevitable. I had grown up under the shadow of this role, like a script already written before I ever got to choose my own lines. In that moment, I understood that this wasn't about love for my sister. I love her deeply, but love isn't the same as obligation. And obligation isn't the same as sacrifice. This was about whether I would let my family decide for the rest of my life who I was and what I was for. I thought about the years ahead, how easily I could wake up one day and realize decades had passed, my own dreams boxed up in a dusty attic, while I kept a promise I never agreed to, and how my brothers, free to live their lives, would stop by on holidays and tell me how grateful they were, while walking out the door to the lives they'd chosen. I couldn't let that happen. The more I sat with it, the clearer it became. I wasn't the one being selfish. If they truly believed guardianship was an equal responsibility, they would have accepted option 1 without hesitation. If they truly believed I was greedy, they would have jumped at option 3 themselves. And if they truly believed I was shirking my responsibility, they would have taken it on in my place when I offered. But they didn't. Because deep down, they knew what I knew. It's not fair to give one person all the work and then split the rewards evenly among the people who refuse to lift a finger. The tension hasn't eased. My dad won't look at me the same way. My mom avoids the topic entirely. My brothers have made it clear they think I crossed a line. And maybe, in their eyes, I did. But I also drew a boundary. I told them I will not carry this alone. It's a strange thing to realize the people you love most are willing to set your life on a path that serves them more than it serves you. It forces you to see them without the soft focus you've always used. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So now, the question echoes in my mind every time I think about that night. Was I wrong to put a price on the rest of my life? Was I wrong to ask for what I'd need to take on a responsibility that would reshape everything about my future? Or am I just the only one willing to say out loud what everyone else is pretending not to think? So, am I the asshole? You know, listening to this story, I can't help but think about how easily family obligation can cross the line into personal erasure. It's not just about money. It's about time, freedom, and the right to live a life you choose. This is the kind of dilemma that forces a person to grow a spine, even when it means standing alone. Because the truth is, boundaries often look like selfishness to the people who benefit from you having none. If you've ever been in a position where love and duty collided, where saying yes meant losing yourself, you know how hard it is to speak up. But this story is a reminder that you're allowed to measure the cost of what's being asked of you. You're allowed to say no. So, what do you think? Is she wrong for drawing that line? Or is she the only one in her family brave enough to face the truth? Share your thoughts below, because this one is going to spark some strong opinions.